two spooks. I mean, it's a pretty simple intro, but I feel like it's pretty powerful. So anyway, let's go ahead and bring up Origami's message first, so we have it at the ready. You guys ever floss a little too hard and your gums get sore? Ugh, not a good feeling. But anyway. Alright, so we're going to like 2 points here in vigor and grit. So he is strong, vitalious, physical, and has resolve and emotional stability. What that translates to is really good combat, okay, protection, stealth is actually up there, and cohesion is quite high, which is his mental, keeping together. Then he asks here for stable and destructive environments and motivated by recent combat. Okay. So the rest of these will be random, but he wants for sure to prefer dilapidated or blown up, destroyed like environments, and he wants to enjoy combat as well. So he's quite the little berserker. It's a thing he likes to do. And then he wanted to go for education is cohesion, so mental and emotional sort of health. Where is it? Okay, first leaders. Okay. And he wanted to take the weapons and tactics as his early career. And then short circuit. No, what was it? Siphon. Which sometimes his knowledge goes astray. So hopefully that won't affect him too much, as he's probably not going to be like a tech specialist. Oh, is it still buffering for your Origami? Hopefully it fixed for you. And late career, we have protection with the flaw of attention seeker. So support and defense, he trained in his late career. He's now 31 years old, and we're attention seeker. So nobody knows why, but enemies seem to zero in, so it's more likely the enemies attack him. Which is not that bad for, you know, beefcake. Then he wanted to take the general as his career for his wisdom here. So he's now 46 years old. He's getting on in years. But look at these stats here. 6 investigation, meh. Combat 35 is pretty good. Protection 19, I assume that's a fairly high number as well. And cohesion of 20, so he's very well put together emotionally, and his protection is quite high, and his combat is just amazing. So that is awesome. We just need to give him a name here. Of course, he's going to be Origami, unless he wants to make it a better or a different name there. Give himself a first or last. Is it buffering for anyone else? Who knows? Hopefully not. Let's go ahead and create. Okay, I think you get 5 of them. Times of view. Okay, you can scroll. Interesting. I think you get 5 in a game. So let us check that out real quick. Return the main menu. Button's not working. Interesting. Huh. It's peculiar. I feel like that's not supposed to happen. Oh well. Let's try working on a, well, maybe because these characters aren't saved, I have to delete them. Nope. Alright, game just bugged. Let's go ahead and rehost that. Alright. Back to our crew roster here. Return to main menu. Does that work? Works now. Let's check a new campaign out. No? There we go. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we do get 5 altogether. Alright. Yes, that's fine. He didn't give me a portrait, so if he does, we'll go ahead and update that. Otherwise, you'll just get the random one he's given. Oh, you scared me there. I'm like, we still buffering? And you're like, yes, no more buffer. So anyway, go ahead and create a new character here. Then we'll get borrowed bullets. Bullets borrowed. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Zelphas as well. Rudy and Noir. And what we got for now? Alright. I'm just gonna fiddle with options actually. Oh, pardon me. Let's see if we can fix this up. Shadow quality. Higher values generate better shadows, reduce frame rate. Okay. Should be alright. I'm afraid. Oh, vertical sync, we can go ahead and. No Q. Let's try that. Because you see how the game looks, so I'm afraid it's not going to be like super crazy awesome. Did your characters good? Yeah, let's go ahead and look at them here. So here's your character origami. You got 35 in combat, 19 in protection, and 20 in cohesion. Those are your big stats. So you're very emotionally stable. Protection is quite good as well, and your combat is just amazing. Like if we do a sample character here, for example, put all our points in vigor. Nope, you were perfect with points. The game won't let you go over. So if we put all our points in the combat, every single point, we do have to take a negative there, and of course a negative here. So put every point in the combat, the max you can get 51. So 35 is amazing, all things considered. Means you're like top tier for combat, which is good. I know Zelphas is gonna want to play a tech kind of guy, but you never know. Oh, I didn't save my characters. Oh, right, because they were incomplete. That's fair enough. Hopefully he'll get back soon. We can go ahead and fix that up. In the meantime, let's make a sort of generic tech guy, just in case he wants to do that. So hacking. Let's make a hacker. That's 3 the hacking. Okay, that's 1 the hacking. So wits of 4, and let's put 1 point in something. We do this actually, put up his detection, intuition, stealth a little bit. I think we do this actually. So we go acuity and wits. His grit and vigor are not very good. That's okay. Keeps these all on random. And we want to make him a hacker, so he's of the minor makers. You were totally making a hacking character? Okay, borrowed. We'll stop. I was sorry. I'll go ahead and start making this guy generic detection, intuition sort of deal. So let's check those up. So obviously we want perception if he's going to be our hacker or our detect. Well, we can make this guy like a stealth operative. So let us look into making a stealth operative. Vigor puts our stealth up quite a bit. So I think we go these guys. And actually, I wanna. This is tough because we could make this guy really loose cannon. I think we do. Did you random your childhood? No, we chose for you positive for destruction, so you prefer dilapidated environments, and positive for combat. So what I'm thinking actually for this this like stealth assassin sort of guy. So high vigor and acuity, so he's very good at detecting and strength. And we're gonna put his what's this? Protection, intuition, a little bit combat and investigation. I think his grit. I think you can probably get that like 4, 4, and 1. Maybe do. What's wits for? Just hacking mainly, a little bit detection and investigation. I think that'll be fine though. Now we're gonna make it so he prefers to be alone, so he's going to be isolated a lot of the time, and he is totally okay with being around corpses. No, that's okay, Origami, that's fine. I just copied exactly what you sent to me in my message. So let us give him stealth. The streets. His education is the streets. Now we're gonna have to take a negative trait at every single like career and wisdom because we buffed his stats so much. So he is gonna be dangerous. So can cause power drain in nearby Deadnauts. Power drain is really bad because the power of their suit, the lower it gets, the slower they take actions. Now, as an isolationist, this is going to be okay for us. We're going to take, let's see, can't take stealth again, so let's take weapons and tactics. So he can fight pretty good on his own. Stimulated. Take stims on a whim, whether needed or not. Okay. He's so terribly unlikable that other relationships in the vicinity can drop. That seems alright. Oh, that's weird, borrowed. That's weird that they wouldn't patch the stat system. I apologize for that. It's weird. Anyway, so again, can we give him? I think let's go put up his detection here. So he's going to be pretty good at stealth and detecting. Just give him enough combat that he can hold himself early and late career and cancel each other out. Sorry, what do you mean by that, Origami? They can cancel each other out? How so? Like if I put the same thing twice, it doesn't stack? Anyway, so... Oh, actually, right there, we want suspicion instead. I don't know where I got 10 points from. Did the game bug? Suspicion stimulated. Well, where's stimulated? I don't have that one actually. Okay, yeah, I think the game bugged. It accidentally let us take 2 here. Okay, but we want suspicion. So, if he's left alone with another Deadnaut, they're worried about him because he's a bit crazy. Oh yeah, Origami, I know. Yeah. One career and one flaw equals no change in points. Yep, so that's what we're trying to do with this character here, because we spent all his points on stats. So we have to give him one more flaw than the average character. And we're going to make him unlikable, so he is likely to develop a negative relationship with someone. But that's okay, because again, we're going to have him off by himself for the most part. The ghost, get him some more stealth, I think so. Bump up to 40 stealth. So his character is actually quite strong. For now, we'll have it a female named Ghost. That's it. That'll just be their name. If somebody wants to play our stealth specialist, feel free. But I think this is a pretty cool character. So I'd be more than happy to someone from the stream say, you know what, I don't know what I want to play, but I want to be the stealth guy with very high detection. We probably could have made that detection higher, actually. But 21... The general. Combat protection, detection. I think we want the ghost though. So they are valid character now. Oh, pardon me. Let us make, okay, so we have a sort of a tanky guy. Let's make another generic soldier character. So just put up our vigor bunch, and because that is the highest way to get our combat up. We're not going to worry about protection on this character here. So maybe we just go like 2 in acuity. That's what I'm thinking. Let us make them like combat and death, but we don't know if they're gonna like destruction, isolation. Actually, like combat and hate to be alone. So this soldier character is dependent on being with other people, which is what we want. We want them to be in the thick of it all the time. So they and the ghost are likely the butt heads. Of course, we will go for combat in the defense academy. Weapons and tactics here. Yep. And we'll make them, we gotta get some points back. So they sometimes, we'll give them selective deafness. Sometimes they may ignore orders. Then in their late career, you could just give them more combat, and I'm very tempted to do that. I think we just do that, just even more combat ability. And we will make them... porcelain can become heavily unstable after most minor scratch. It's not a good idea. Let's give them a memory lapse, or sometimes they forget how to do something important, which as a soldier probably not going to kill us. Make them a drug addict. Sure, actually, yeah, that's probably what's causing their deafness and memory lapse. And this is what I love. I hate to say it, but I'm one of those people, I get very into it, and I get very into creating characters and this role-playing thing. And so I love to, in a role-playing game, while you do character creation, the way I do it is, as I build things, I always say to myself, why is this? Why does my character have selective deafness? And now, thanks to Origami, we know they are a stim addict. But we're going to make them likable. So it's likely that they get a positive relationship with someone. So it's sort of like the kicked puppy, you know what I mean? As this character is just very down on their luck, and you know, their stim addiction has just pushed them to just a bad point in their life. But they are a soldier, tried and true, and they're sort of that old grizzled soldier. It's possible, actually, you know, they've had an ear blown off or something in one of their many battles, as they're 46 years old, if you get to wisdom. Now, I will say you do not have to get all the way down your character tree. I believe you can make a character in early career. So you don't have to go down these two, because you do have to take flaws to get there. Ultimately, I think that's okay, but just me. So we'll call this Ironsides after Michael Ironsides. I forget if we put it like this. Yeah, there you go. Of course, someone again from the stream, feel free to take this grizzled veteran, should ye so choose. Borrowed will have his character shortly. So he's working on a hacker. So what do we have? We have a berserker who is very tanky and well put together emotionally. We have a mentally and emotionally unstable, but ultimately lovable, drug-addicted, grizzled war veteran. We have a ghost, a silent assassin, good at detecting, sneaking, and fairly strong at combat, actually. They're actually 1 point stronger in combat than Origami's character, because they do have 4 and 3 stats. However, the downside of this is they are unlikable. They are very suspicious. They bring everyone's mood down when they're in the room with them, and they have a short circuit where they often drain power from other people's suits. So they are very much a risk having them in the group anywhere near anybody else. So while they might be just 1 point, which I don't think 1 point really matters in the grand scheme of things when you have a range of 1 to 50, better than Origami at fighting, they can't fight with people, as they're going to pull everyone down. So it's not super amazing. We'll see how that works out for us. And we're going to have a hacker. So what do we need now? What are other good things? Someone with high hacking, so wits and acuity, will be detection, intuition, hacking, investigation. So perhaps we want to go for protection, actually. Your person history is that he loves fighting. Oh, well, I'll check it out, Borrowed. I appreciate that. Let's see what we got here. Make sure it's male. First thing, most important. Okay, and the age I can't affect. It depends how far you get into things. So you are... let's try and drag this out for me here. There. Now I can actually read that and play the game. That helps quite a bit. Alright. So, 1 vigor, 2 acuity, 4 wits, 1 grit. Okay. So we're already starting off with very high hacking. Intuition's good, detection's good, investigation is great. Acuity is going to bring things up quite nicely there. We'll see if we can fight for another acuity point for you. Your education, childhood here. Positive to isolation, so they like to be alone as well. And negative to combat. Alright. So they like to be alone, and they do not like combat. It's going to bring down their mood a little bit. Education, minor makers, so they get the hacking bonus here. So they're just a troubled teen, it looks like, who's a bit of a wimp, as they're afraid to get in fights. Yeah, don't worry, we'll try and get a beard. Actually, if you you find a picture on the Googles, just send me a link in chat here, and I will download it and try and get it in the game for you. Otherwise, the beard, I think, is random. Early career, so technology machines. Okay. So more hacking, however, also has a selective deafness. So we got 2 people I'm going to have trouble ordering around sometimes. And late career, whatever gives more hacking. More technology machines. Our hacking is 38 now. It's pretty good. Alright. And wisdom, unlikable. Alright. And more hacking is the brain. So you are actually a child prodigy but you came from a bad neighborhood, and you got into a lot of trouble, and you got many scraps, but you never came out on top. You always fled from them. So you are a genius here with your 46 in hacking, 19 investigation is quite strong. That might be something we want to look into, actually, is building a character with protection and investigation. Getting another one of those, I'm not sure. But that's good, yeah. That is excellent. There is actually, and this is just the thought board, but you did not take one flaw, you had the option to. So if there was another flaw you would like, then we could buff up your stats of acuity and maybe some in grit. Or, yeah, grit, just to give you a little bit more emotional fortitude here. Keep you on the weak side with vigor, but just create a character that is a little more stronger, because as someone who is an isolationist and afraid of the group, you do want to be a bit more tough in that sense, just in case you get pulled away from everybody, which will make you happy, but on the other hand, you know what I mean. So things that we could give you. I don't think memory lapse would be good for a hacker. So maybe something like porcelain can become heavily unstable after the most minor scratch. I think that fits in with the character we've been building for you. At least in my mind, with this sort of narrative. If I'm wrong, you know, hey, by all means let me know. But I think porcelain sounds pretty good here. And then we can go ahead and buff up your stats some more. So just let me know what you think about that. So we have borrowed bullets. He goes by the name Bullets first, then borrowed, because he's a beast. And this will be our Zelphus character. That's right. Zelphus might want to be the Ghost or Michael Ironsides. I assume is something he's quite fond of. Michael Ironsides, actually. Porcelain or Bad Vibes? Which one was Bad Vibes again? So terribly unlikable that other relationships in the vicinity can drop. That's true too. Now we do have that on the go, so I think it'd be fun to see what Porcelain does. Again, I haven't played this game yet, so I would love to try out different facets of it and see how they work out. So let's go ahead and then go all the way back to birth. And we're going to have more points to play with here. We can go 4, 4, and 4. Which gets actually your investigation quite high. Yeah, that's quite nice. So that's the same. No, not the streets. He was the minor makers. And then selective deafness was his first one. Okay, and hacking, technology machines, then porcelain, technology machines, and actually it makes more sense to have the unlikable in this page here. And then eventually became porcelain as he got on in age, and he is now the brain. So this bumps up your stats actually a large amount. Your detection and intuition are quite high, and your investigation is now at 24, and your combat is bumped up to 16. And your cohesion, which is your emotional, your personal emotional fortitude, I don't know how that is with working with each other, I'm not sure if that affects it, but it's 16 from 4. So you have trouble working with people, but hey, that's okay. And Zelphus has messaged me. So just so maybe pick on Skype. Yeah, sure, man. And you want your character to be a female? Sure thing, Origami. I just assumed you're a man because you are in real life, but I apologize. Some people do want to have a character as a female. I will say I've roleplayed a female only once in my life. I've become Hacker, the destroyer of computers. Well, actually, that's a question. Do you want your name to be Borrowed Bullets? Or do you want it to be, you know, like a a moniker, as often they do give to, like the hacker takes on his screen name, which I suppose Borrowed Bullets strangely fitting there. Actually, I take that back. I apologize. And origami, then, if you're playing a woman, would you like origami still your name? Or is there something different you'd like? Yes, I role-played a woman just one time in my life. In games, I always play a man. And, I mean, unless there's, like, a woman with a different, like, unless they have different abilities, then I don't really care in that sense. But whenever I'm playing, like, a role-playing game, I do play a man. Because I'm one and I connect better, and that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to get into the game world. It's not a sexist thing, it's just I'm a man, I want to play a man. So I can more easily transition into my character. But I was playing a game of Vampire where I played a woman, because I feel like Vampire is one of those games where it's not as important your gender, because sex isn't a huge aspect of it. I mean, there's a lot of sexual themes in a game of like Vampire, but really enjoyed it though. It was quite eye-opening, and that's one thing. After I did that, I realized that I want to play more different characters. I mean, I always play a different character. Allow transparent backgrounds on pictures. I'm not sure, Borrowed. You can go ahead and try. But yeah, no, that's one thing is, again, I don't really get the role play as a player anymore. But if I did, I very much would like to experience different things like that. Get the symbolism once I sent you the pic. Right, excellent. And I love how I can just like fire this up and I can just have a relaxed conversation with you guys, and not, you know, be streaming that pulse pounding, intense gameplay that you all come and expect from me. Cough, cough. Absolutely, I do enjoy very much these little things here. Alright. Wow, that is an amazing beard. Oh, hang on. Borrowed. What's his name? Is Brainiac the evil enemy from Freakazoid or something like that? I can't remember. Oh, the frontal lobe. Yeah. That's what it is. That's his name. I'm half tempted, actually, Origami, to, see if I can pull this off here. I'm half tempted to throw the beard on this guy. Oh, nice. That is a very nice image there, Origami. Did you want me to change your name to reflect that image, or nada? So see. Oh man. I guess I'll just put it in my E drive then, right at the top. So we will call this Alrighty. So years from now, people may see your character and be like, oh, I wonder who that is. Alright. So let's see, E here, 2015 Deadnauts. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that ain't good. A derps. Oh, cool. Okay, I can zoom. So this is the edge of the picture right there. I mean, that looks pretty good. Fine with that. Oh, I love being able to import pictures and games. So let's see what happens if I do this. Oh my god. I mean, on the one hand, yes. On the other hand, sweet baby Jesus, what have we done? Like, what have we done? Oh, whoops. No, I would not like to accidentally open Google Chrome, but thank you. Thanks for that. Alright. Come on. There we go, video games. Did not think it was that hard. But it is, of course. It always is. Interesting. Bold, like, you're, there it is. Your picture is very oddly transparent. Unfortunately. Looks a bit of pain. Looks like it's supposed to have... You are the beard, yeah. I wish someone who loved fighting better than the joy. Yeah. That's true. I mean, you might not die, actually. Or origami. It just blows my mind you're just a beard, dude. We gotta get you a face for that. Can't just have you be a beard. I mean, it's a nice looking beard, but how about how about this guy, Borrowed? That's how you be the brain. But no, hang on. Let's find a bearded man. Well, if you Google bearded man, there's some really... Oh, Krang. Yeah, that'd be good too. I mean, like, just Google bearded man, dude. There's some really good ones here. Oh, wow. Actually? Whoa. Hang on. Borrowed? Just tell me what you think about this guy. I think he's awesome. But, I mean, that guy looks like a computer hacker. Although I guess we could just... Oh, wow. That's some stuff right there. We could just, like, do the, Steve Wozniak or something. Beard man. Oh, that's awesome, actually. I didn't even see that picture. Alrighty. Oh yeah, that guy looks really good, actually. Nice, okay. So, sorry, what else do we have? We need a stealth operative here. No, we did that. Right, we need the protection guy, I think. So going a little bit protection and... I mean, vigor would be nice for this character. Hey, George, perfect. Is that who you want to be, George? Yeah, sure, we can crop that for you. Want to make it bigger, something like this, maybe? Is that good for you? We need the black guy that would die first. Are you volunteering, George? If so, what kind of character would you like to play today? I've made some previews. We have the stealth character, good at detection and combat. We have, but you know, they very bad with people. We have the soldier, the generic, just grunt, who's got like tons of problems, selected deafness, you know, memory lapse, stimulated, but still very likable. I suppose that would fit for a black character that would die. The black character is often the most liked. They are usually the comedic relief character. So I think that would be fine. If you'd like to be the black man, the combat one, yeah. So what happened? Oh, a stream got raided. I thought you meant like raided as in someone like said, "Hey, come check out the stream. It's very cool." That's very funny. George. So anyway, let's talk about your character. So you're very strong. You have 1 extra point of acuity, which is like perception, and wits and grit are 1. So you are literally just combat. That's it. You have some protection, and really that's it. You're just a combat beast. Since Zelva's gonna die first, it needs a stealth guy. His picture needs to be solid snakes. We go snake, snake, snake. He's not necessarily gonna play the stealth character. I'm not sure what Zelf is going to be. He's, yeah. He said he's going to message me his character tomorrow, so. But did you want your picture to be that, that black gentleman there, George? He's extremely ripped, I'll say that much. I love how just, like, you just Google very muscular black man, because that's what, like, the image title is. And yeah, so what we were sort of guessing with your character is, you know, they're 46 years old, they've been through a lot, you know, the war and all that kind of stuff, and then, you know, they've probably had an ear blown off, I'm assuming. They got memory lapse, maybe it was a piece of shrapnel that blew off their ears, still sort of lodged in there. They occasionally have some sort of issue, and stimulated, they're just addicted to the drugs, so they just involuntarily take them. But because of this, you know, maybe they've got like quips, maybe they got like some good life experience under their belt, but they are very likable, so they're more likely to generate positive relationships with people. Still putting my intergalactic credits on Zelvis or me dying first. Well, regardless what Zelvis plays, it's possible. He does have a habit of doing that, and I will say, Beard Man with his porcelain and. Your combat's actually 16, which is okay. Well, it's actually, I mean, it's better than the default of 7, but, you know, we'll see. Open at your own risk. Oh no, George, I already looked at the picture, man. Or what are you talking about? So let's see here. We want to make a character with decent protection. Is that grit? No. Acuity? No. So nothing really puts up protection too much. So maybe we want to make them a little more balanced here, like this. Straw pole, huh? George. You bastard. I thought you were actually like sending me to a freaking straw poll. And I was like, what are you trying to straw poll, George? So maybe we do something like this though, and try and put his protection up with Walls of Solitude. And then Sport and Defense. You did tell me. I thought you were referring to the previous image you sent. And Attention Seeker would probably be good. Making him so the enemy's trying to attack the guy with high protection. I'm not sure this is a character we need, but we're going to make it anyway. Signal to noise. Siphon seems fine. We can probably take that. And then, because the general. So this gives a 36 protection. So this is sort of a a different version of Origami's character, much more focused on defense, and that's about it. Very emotionally unstable. When death just through my ears. Guess you can live up to selected death. Oh yeah, I forgot that would have come through on the stream. Thanks, George. You jerk. So we'll call this Shield Man. Or Shield Woman, as it's female right now. So let us pop into a new compound. And when you open it, you got surprised. Fair enough. I got a little bit, but not crazy. I mean, this looks okay here. Bullet's character fits the screen the best, I think. Origami's having a little bit of background issue, but that's fine. For sure, I thought it was straw poll as well, man. So, we can equip the crew. And this will be the last thing we do before we end for the night, is just talk about what kind of items, or think about them, what we'd like to have. No, Origami, you just got to get used to the double middle mouse button click. So it sort of guesses what we want to have, which is fair. So, for example, bullets, it's recommending you take the standard tech suit. There's a lot of different suits. The tech suit gives armor +2, resist +1, 3 weapon ports, and a 10 kilowatt boost to power. How does that compare to the weapon suit? Oh, that was the weapon suit. What's the tech suit? 1 weapon slot, 3 tech slots. Okay. The sensor suit, interesting. 2 sensors, armor resist, 1 weapon, and a shield. 1 weapon, 4 defense. Okay. So bullets here, your primary weapon will be the small decryptor. Boosts the travel speed of hacks. Gives you +1 decryption. Gives you 2 techs. Okay. You'll have. Do you want a combat knife or a pistol? I assume a pistol is probably more what we want for you. Fortunately, it's not letting me change it. Wonder why not. Ah, there we go. Okay, no passives yet. Where's your guy? Right here, George. You're Romero. George Romero. We'll change your image at some point. Did you want the black gentleman? Because you never really came through on that one yet. So bullets, let's see. You can take 2 stims. A wit stim and a grit stim. Seems fine, I guess. Doesn't seem like we can really control which you get. Oh, we can, yeah. So wits and grit. I think maybe just 2 wit stims. Oh, we can't. Damn. Oh no, we can. Let's do that then. 2 wit stims. Oh, alrighty. We'll go ahead and get that image then. And you're not necessarily a tank, actually, George. You're just like very heavy combat. Origami's like a lot tankier than you. If you go over here, you can see. And he's also a lot more emotionally stable, but you are like, I mean, look at your combat skill compared to the rest of the group. Like Borrowed, for example. Like, you're just like, so you are just the murder machine. You get your minigun and just tear it up. Yeah, we can probably look into heavy armor at some point for your character. So, small rifle. Alright, let's start here. Standard weapon suit. So there's a small rifle here. Ballistic +4. Small scatter gun. I assume this is basically your shotgun. Ballistic +4. Projectiles 3. Gonna be the smartest, grizzless hacking monster on this side of the Orion cluster. Woo! So, you can take a small rifle, a basically automatic shotgun, or a medium axe, or a launcher. Launches an explosive projectile that damages anything in range, including the ship's hull. A specialist on Brazilian judo fighting. Wow, that's pretty crazy, dude. And then, of course, pistol or combat knife. And no passive at this moment. So we'll get back to your stuff in a second. Oh, pardon me. So Origami, standard weapon suit. Now, Origami, I'm wondering, do you want to take the medium axe? Because I know you're a fan of going berserk. So is this going to be what you look into? Going for the axe as opposed to a gun? Which will give us a variety of damage types, which may or may not come into play in this game. I'm not sure how important that is. And of course, if you take the axe, you'll want the pistol as your sidearm. So we'll take a grit and a vigor stim. I think actually 2 vigor stims for you. It's probably going to be good. So our shield person here will be taking standard shield suit. A field projects defensive bonuses on the friendly units or applies penalties to enemies. Or a repulsor injects a wave that force that can push targets. I think we go for the shield beam with a pistol. Yep, axe and pistol. Okay, I thought so. So we'll take vigor and acuity. Sure, we can do that. So you'll be rocking the axe and a pistol. George still hasn't decided what kind of weapons he's going to look into. And our final character will be the Ghost. We will have them in a standard sensor suit. Have them with a standard scanner, huh? From project remote detection bonuses on a location. Ooh, wow. Optical, thermal, sound, scent, radio spectral. Okay. So we're going to have to give them a pistol here. And I think acuity and vigor is going to be good. The auto shotgun and the knife. Alright, I'm liking this. We've got like a variety of things. Later in the game, you got to protect allies with your shield. Well, the thing is, actually, Origami, you'll be able to have a personal shield, and you can swap out your main weapon for a shield projector, or you could just have a personal shield and just run out there with the axe, and then have somebody able to shield you for even more, or of course, just be, you know, of the literal shield. Choose your body. Now, apologize, you're going to hear a bunch of Steam screenshots here. It's just me. I'm going to run down and just save all of these, because this looks like a pretty fun looking group. And as you can see, this is a very interesting... Oh, what's this? How do I know it's good? I mean, this looks fine. It looks like Borrowed, Ghost... Like, Ghost, George, and Origami do not like Borrowed in this run. This won't be our official run. But that's what that looks like there. Interesting. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, our ghost is pretty good detection here. And defense. Fair enough. So I'm interested to see how the game plays. Let's go ahead and abandon the game here because we have to go back to crew roster and change George's character to very muscular man. I mean, that's awesome. I'm actually totally, let's shrink it a little bit actually. Totally okay with this. Especially because we only see half of his face. So it does make me imagine in my mind that the other ear being blown off is such a canonical thing. So it's very cool. And there's no way we can make this better, I don't think, Borigami, unfortunately. It's just not a very ideal resolution. My guy likes to be alone, dislikes combat, is generally unlikable, has selective deafness. That's true. That is true, Borrowed. No, yeah. When I see this guy, I think comic relief, I think Shaka, and I just think like screaming and shotguns and terrifying. That is not what you want to run into. You're gonna have a bad day. Say that much. So we'll see what Zelphus' character is. We do have a shield character right now, but we may not get into the game with one. Zelphus might play a very different type of character, or he might play the ghost. We're not sure. So we'll find out tomorrow. But again, awesome. So I'm very excited to see Dead. Should I give you guys a sneak peek? I think we could probably do that, yeah. Let's do that. So we're just going to run in with the default stuff. I'm not going to customize. That's okay. So this is what the game will look like when we get in. This will also let me look at the recording later and figure out, how it looks, and everything's going to be okay. And I'll explain a little bit more. Now, again, I haven't really played the game. I played for about 5-10 minutes. I cleared 3 rooms, and I sort of figured out the basic controls. So, I am the commander, basically. So I can switch between my viewports here. I can go to Borrowed and say, hey, how you doing, Borrowed? Oh, you're okay. What are your stats like? Oh, good. Your physical, mental, everything's happy. I can look at everything, and we can look at our campaign here and what our current mission is. This is the ship we're on right now, the Ariane, a civilian research vessel. Option to shoot computers. I fucking love to shoot computers after I hack them just to be spiteful. Borrowed. You are in for a treat. You'll see here as our example, discovered rooms 1 out of 12, and we will have a mission. For example, in this one, chat log, Borrowed bullets. Careful, I'm sensing hostiles nearby. Interesting. On this one, we are supposed to cover the ship's log, and Borrowed is not hearing any orders right now, like a total jerk. So we haven't met any threats. We don't know any of this stuff. This is all random. All this kind of crazy stuff here. Aliens, the Ladrith, like, I don't know. I haven't really gone into this and random. But the thing is, Watchers. Now, again, I don't really know what they are, but Watchers, think of them as, I guess one way to put it is the AI in the Matrix. If you imagine, that's what I imagine in my mind when I think of one, like that sort of octopus sort of creatures coming after you, but they're made of metal and machine. What they actually are, I'm not entirely sure, but they are sort of a rogue, or rather, I suppose, an opposing AI construct of some sort, and they will actively hack against you. Great, George is having another memory fail. Yeah. Let's go ahead and boost our audio. For some reason it was going down there. So, they will, say you hack open a door, they might lock it whenever they notice that's a problem. And so the hacker is constantly in a fight against these things. Now, again, I only did 3 rooms when I played before, so I only briefly saw one of them. I assume it's possible we don't have to deal with any of them, and if you look at this one here, the Watcher is very low. He might not even be on here. I'm not sure if any of this is really accurate, although we will see there are a lot of doors. So, I'm very curious to see how that plays out. So if we go in here, we'll see Romero has positives and negatives right now. Something's making him unhappy. What's making you unhappy, George? What is it? Oh, well, there it is right there. You can see he feels confined. This room is too close to him for him. So he's not happy about that. But I mean, that's okay. So you go ahead and, like, for example, I'll click borrowed here and go ahead and investigate this thing. Found a corpse. Ends in El Tori. Oh, okay. Let us have Ghost. Ghost. Let's have you walk over the door here. And I'm going to have you use your special object. I forgot how to do that. Hang on. Oh, we didn't take Ghosts with the... That's fair. I forgot to give them the sensor. Now see here, I can project a shield beam on the Ghost. We'll have Ghost open the door. Open, and it's a long corridor, a really long corridor. That's not good. So we'd have Origami go in because he's got a an axe. We'll have Shield Woman back up Origami here. And this is how we would play the game. Like, this is very minimalistic, but I love it. It adds to the horror atmosphere. Over here you can go ahead and see there's just tons of stuff. Tons of cool things. I love how it's set up. Anyway, this is the game. This is Deadnaut. Hopefully it looks exciting to some of you. I'm certainly excited to play it, and I'm very excited for the whole... There's only a... you know, a campaign takes an hour. Which... I don't know. I'm excited to see why it takes an hour, how it takes an hour, if it feels good. You know, like there's a lot of questions, but I have high hopes for it, and it only cost me like $3 or something for it and a bunch of other games. So that's all good. That's true. I don't actually have to worry about myself, just you guys. So anyway, I will catch you all tomorrow. Certainly ran a bit long. Talking about the game here and sort of doing the character creation, but that's okay. You know, we had a good time. At least I think we did. So I will catch you all tomorrow night, and until then, try and get some sleep, guys. Actually, it's running late, especially you, Borrowed. You stay up too late.